It's
That's
gonna
the thing
happen.
that's happening in Montreal, man. Montreal now it's getting warmer, it's getting nicer out, and
Right.
I hear people want to go out.
But
Absolutely.
that's fucked
Okay.
up. People from the country, like from like Timbuktu, like Val d'Or and shit, or wherever the fuck Montreal go. Like, no, Montrealers need to stay home. Don't fucking come here.
Right.
Yeah, they're like, don't come here. Like the fucking people in the fucking towns. Nobody wants to come see you guys anyways, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Nobody wants to come out there. Yeah. But you know what? Like, it'll probably go back to normal before, Saint Jean. But I'm just curious because you were saying same thing with Quebecers and all that. But I wonder, like, if there was some sort of second wave, and because that's what they're saying. Once we go back to normal, there'll probably be maybe some sort of second wave, maybe another quarantine or whatever. Like, I wonder what's going to happen if there's some sort of quarantine during St. John the Baptist. You know what I mean? Because that's. I don't think anybody's staying home for that.
You
know
know what we're gonna,
man, now.
We know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna protest. That's what we're good at.
Yeah. Well, you see all those American dudes protesting, yelling, "This is my." There was also somebody that was like one of the leaders or organizers wasn't able to protest because they were in quarantine because they had COVID-19. It was some chick. She wasn't able. She was like, we should have the right to go out if we want to. And then apparently she wasn't there because she got the fucking coronavirus.
My in-law and my father-in-law, my stepfather-in-law, I don't know, Solana's stepfather, who happens to be my father-in-law, whatever.
Right.
He's a super nice guy, super funny, but he sends me clips and links of things that happen in the United States because it's crazy, right? So he showed me this video when I was there of this lady in Florida, or not Florida, somewhere in the U.S. where she was saying, like, we're not going to get the coronavirus because we don't drink that dirty Corona from, like, those Mexicans in Miami. And it was
like
so...
Dumb people
like,
don't get...
Like, we don't drink Corona, so we won't get the coronavirus. And I'm like, is this for real? Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, those people are for real.
Yeah.
That's why, like, whenever you see something like, like NASCAR, and you're like, who watches this? It's these people. These people, like, they're just like, hey man, we don't drink Coronas, so we ain't gonna get the Corona. It's like, bro, it has nothing to do with Corona. No, man, it came from Mexico. It's like, no, it actually originated. They're saying from China. Mexico, China, same thing, man. Like,
it's like Ricky Bobby all over again.
Those are they're Ricky Bobbies. Those are they exist. You meet them, and I've been going to the U.S. a lot more. I'm sure you've been there for a while now, and like in New York, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? But still in New York, you'll meet some people like where you're like, really? You actually think those kind of things happen in Canada? That's weird. But the further south you go, and I'm not saying anything against the South, it's just the further south you go, the further you are away from Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people in New York and Boston, they're a little bit closer to us. A lot of them also travel down because, when they're, before they turn 21, a lot of them from New York and that are close to the Canadian border will travel up so they can drink before 20. But the further you go from Canada, the less they know because they don't go up or meet us.
They don't care about Canada.
Yeah, but once you fucking get down, and it's fucked up when you go to Florida and these people don't. It's like, how can you not know things about Canada when you're from Florida, when there's so many fucking Quebecers that go down to Florida? How can you not know anything about us? You know what I mean?
That's what that's people always say this is that Canada gets American news. Canadians don't get, Canadians only get Canadians get American news. Americans don't get Canadian news. That's how it goes.
Right. Yeah, but they do get news from around the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When there's shit. Yeah. Also, where they're listen. I remember once I was doing this. This was years ago, like over 10 years ago, or whatever. But I was doing a show at the Bourbon Street West, right? It doesn't exist anymore. But anyway, there was this American comic. And I'm not saying all Americans are like this. There's a lot of people, a lot of Americans that do know shit about Canada. But this American dude came up to me, and he was the headliner, and he had a joke about a $10 bill from the Bahamas, right? So it's a $10 Bahama bill, whatever the fuck you call it, a Bahaman, $10 Bahaman. But he has this $10. He goes, "Hey man, I got this joke about this $10 Bahama bill." He goes, "What kind of currency you guys use here?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Like, what do you use?" I go, "Because you use dollars?" Or I'm like,
We still on the barter.
and I was like, "Yeah." I go, "No, we use bananas." And I go, "Yeah, of course not." And till this day, I regret not telling him that it was the British pound. You know what I mean? Because I just was so angry that my brain wasn't thinking about playing the prank. And I go, "Yeah, it's dollars, man. How do you not know?" He's like, "I don't know. It's the first time I've been to Canada." I'm like, "Okay." I go, "But like, first of all, you should know a little bit about your fucking neighbors to the fucking north. Secondly, even if we didn't use like dollars that we use, let's say, I don't know, the British pound for some fucking reason, you know what I mean? Even if we use something else that wasn't called a dollar, you still know what a dollar is. Like people in England who use, the pound, if you say, $50, they don't go, what dollar? What's a dollar? You know what I mean? Like people know but I regret not telling him. I go, "No, we don't use dollars. We use British pounds because we're part of the British Commonwealth." You know what I mean? Just to see him go up there. I go, "I know you guys, you don't use dollars. You use the British pound because, you're part of the fucking, Commonwealth." Just to see him, like people yell at him for being an idiot. But yeah, he asked me that. That was a real question somebody asked me. What kind of currency do you guys use here?
Yeah, the stupidest question I got is like when it's like, "Oh no, I came here to New York from Montreal." They're like, "What part of Mexico is that?" I was like, "Yeah, that's actually Mexico's south. Canada is the north." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, no, bro, nobody knows. And every time when I'm in New York and I tell people, like, New Yorkers are not that bad, but the one thing that does come up a lot in New York or anywhere you go, but what you got a lot of New York is you tell people, like, "Where you from?" I go, Montreal. Yeah, cool, man. Man, I remember, man, I went to Vancouver, and I'm like, dude, like if I meet somebody from Boston, I don't go, "Oh yeah, man, fuck, I remember this one time I was in fucking Colorado." You know what I mean? Like I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? But they'll just do that. They're like, "Oh, Canada, yeah, man, I've been. You're from Montreal? Yeah, I've been there, man. I was in Toronto one time." Why did you just say you've been there and then you said Toronto? Those are different places, and they know it's a different city. But for them, it's like Canada. It's all Canada. Whatever it is.
It's a big state. It's a big state.
Yeah, it's just one big thing.
Yeah.
And they ask you things like, "So in Canada, because you guys like school's free, right? University's free." It's like, no, it's not free, bro. It's just not fucking crazy expensive. They just think you're like, but you live. It's like kind of like it's a socialist country. It's like. And I know there's social, but like it's not a socialist country. We just have like universal healthcare and affordable schools. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Universities. It's not, like if you want to call that, that we're social, like the states have things like welfare and these kind of things, which are socialist fucking ideas or whatever. But it's like we're not socialists. We just have universal healthcare. We get taxed a little bit more because of that. It's not free.
A little bit more, a lot more.
Yeah, no, Canada, but it's not free healthcare. It's
no, it's not. No, we pay for it.
Yeah, when they say free, no, it's not free healthcare, bro. It's fucking we pay for it. Like that's why we don't have $10 bottles of fucking vodka in Canada like the States. The States you have $10 bottles of whiskey. That's why they're $10 bottles of whiskey because you don't have. We have shit whiskey that should be $10 and it's $30 a bottle because we have to pay for fucking.
Man.
Whatever the fuck.
It's true. Yeah.
I like that. So how do you guys, Sid and Ali, how do you guys, when people ask you to explain Canada, how do you explain it?
Well, I said the currency is Canadian Tire money. That's what I say.
Canadian Tire money.
And then they go, "What the fuck's Canadian Tire?"
It's a special kind of tire.
What's Canadian Tire? It's like Pep Boys.
I just think it's a nicer U.S. with freer things. It's a better, nicer place
where you can yell at somebody without being shot at.
But I will say about one thing, like Canadians often will make it seem like we don't have like dumb like redneck right wing idiots.
We do.
Like no, like there's really. there's definitely differences between, the U.S. and Canada, but it's really kind of the same. If you go to like the big cities in like the U.S., if you go to places like New York and L.A. and all that, like definitely there's racism and all that exists there, but because it's melting pot kind of cities with different people with different backgrounds from different places and all that, people are a little more cool. They're not as racist. And then if you go to the parts where it's more white, there's not that mixing, melting pot of different, backgrounds and all that. It becomes a little bit more racist, a little more ignorant.
Yeah.
Like you go to the States, you go to a small town, or you go to cities that it's a predominantly white city, you're going to get a lot of ignorant, racist shit. You're going to hear a lot of dumb shit. But if you go to some, very predominantly white fucking city in fucking Canada, you're going to hear a lot of ignorant shit. You know what I mean?
100%,
I've been to, as a comic, I've traveled to a lot of places in Canada, and I've gone to these like very white, cities, like very small towns, and you hear a lot of ignorant fucking shit.
100%.
Like, yeah.
100%. It's so true. Canada also has the same problems, but because of the, we don't have that many people, and media, we don't have the same amount of coverage in terms of no one cares if someone did something racist in Ontario, like in the middle of nowhere, Belleville, Ontario. Like no one cares because it's Canada.
Because the America's the star of that show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah, they got the lead show when it comes to that. But
when it comes to racism and like crazy shit, the U.S. is 100% number one.
Yeah, they're the leaders of that show. Like they just put more focus on that. But like everything that people tell me about the States, I've heard about that happening, in Canada. I remember there was a black comic that was in Alberta somewhere. I don't know if it was like Lethbridge or whatever, but it was before the show started, right? And he was like, there's people rolling in to come watch the show. It was like some bar in like, Lethbridge or whatever. And he said, so after the show, he goes, do people usually, go home, or do they hang around and drink? Because, I'm here for the night, and, I feel like, like drinking, whatever, having a good time. And he goes, listen, man, like, I don't really care if you stay. Like, I'm totally cool with you and everything. But to be totally honest, like, once the show's over, you should just go to your hotel. He told him, you don't want to be around these people after the show's done. Like, they'll be cool while you're performing. He goes, but I'm telling you, man, if you hang around here and then you start talking to some girl, start talking to some white girl, like, these guys are going to fucking give you a beating. When the show's done, just go home. And if I told you that story, you'd be like, oh, must have happened in the States. Like, no, it happened right here in fucking Canada. People want to pretend like that shit doesn't happen here. Happens all the time. Let's stop pretending that, we don't do dumb shit like Americans here in Canada. You know what I'm saying?
You know what the big thing is about on a serious note about racism? So like, so let's say something happens to a black person. Okay, black people are in uproar. They'll fucking go out and march and whatever. But all the other ethnicities, and I'm saying generally, okay, yeah, there's maybe 5-6 people from other ethnicities that are going along with this march and they're protesting.
Right.
And when it happens to an Asian person, the Asians will speak out. When it happens to Indians will speak out. Well, we won't do it together. That's I think is our fault. Like, that's the fucking thing where you're like, hey man, we don't have each other's backs. It's only when it happens to our particular race.
Right.
Yeah. I'm saying generally that we have, oh yeah, now this fucking Indian guy got beat up for being Indian. Okay, now I gotta go out and protest.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're right.
It's enough white people. Like, that's enough.
Yeah. No, we should. Yes, I agree. We should all band together and get rid of these fucking whiteys. And I'd like to mention that I did the heritage thing, and I'm 25% black. So please don't be coming after me. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think we should get rid of white people. I think that if we cross anybody that's white that's over 50, we got to tax them $10. Like every get $10 of them. It doesn't matter because they're gonna die
White
anyway.
tax.
Right. Getting back to the old people, they're gonna die anyway. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I think if you were around during segregation and shit in the U.S., like you were an old person during segregation, and you should probably be taxed more, right? Because you enjoyed a better life. You enjoyed restaurants with a lot more space. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Right? There were some things you had because of that. You should, if you're an old white person, that was around during segregation, you should definitely pay a little bit more tax.
Yeah,
I could get behind it. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so let's close this. This has been fun, man. This is
Yes, let's close it up with Die Whiting. Die Whiting.
Let's close it with Massimo. What have you been watching? I know you're doing a lot of content creation.
Porn, bro. Porn. Been watching all the porn, bro. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yes, I have. But I'm kidding.
Besides the Pornhub contribution, what have you been doing in terms of shows? Any particular things that you've been watching?
Things I've been watching, TV shows. What did I? I just, you know what? Last night watched an amazing movie, ironically named Dope because it was fucking dope. But it's on Netflix. It came out like 2015, but I think it just got released. But it's on Netflix called Dope.
Who's in it?
It's very dope. It's a dope movie.
It's a dope movie.
No, it's very, very good. It's about like it takes place in whatever it was. It came out in 2015, so it takes place in the present time of 2015 when it came out. But it's about these three kids, and they're kind of like stuck like in the 90s. They love 90s shit and all that, and they're from like Inglewood in California, whatever, just close to LA or whatever. So it just has to do with that, and I don't want to ruin it for you because it's a great movie. You can watch it.
Okay.
And what TV shows? Just catching up. I was flipping. I saw there was a whole new episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Netflix. Watch that. And I've been making my TV shows. I haven't done anything this week though. I've done fuck all this week. But I got gonna get back up on the horse and make the videos.
They're really funny, man. They're really, really funny.
Thank
You're killing it, man. You're really taking advantage of the quarantine and the COVID with all those things, man.
Hey, I think it's a blessing in disguise. Best blessing in disguise. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of money from the government. I've been pumping out videos at a high velocity. And the government's been paying me basically to make videos at home. It's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like,
Ali, what Persian shows have you been watching?
Yes, Dances with Camels. Actually, I'm watching some Persian shows. My wife is usually into that, and I just tag along. But the ending, there's no ending to Persian movies or shows. It's just you have to sort of make it yourself.
Really?
They end it, but it's not really the ending. Yeah, it's like an open-ended. It's like you just basically have to decide yourself what happened.
Right.
No closure, nothing.
No closure.
Like maybe they live happily ever after, maybe they don't. Listen, my friend, get on with your fucking life.
Why even watch the fucking show then?
Well, what can I say to my wife? She has the control. I just have to sit and watch. I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
I
love that Persian TV is just TV shows with no ending. Just shows, they set up a plot and they're like, fuck it, man, we'll run out of budget at the end.
Yes, you determine the ending.
Oh, I love it. What about you, Sid?
I rewatched 12 Monkeys. Yesterday I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Good movie. That fucking hippies.
Fuck. So good.
I rewatched Signs, like all the shit to get me paranoid. I watched all the shit. But I want to watch this movie called, because I never saw this, okay? Did you guys ever hear about this movie called Southland Tales with The Rock?
No.
I never even saw the fucking ad for it. I saw the ad. I was looking at classic trailers. Yeah. Southland Tales. And he's in it with a couple other people. And I'm like, I've never even fucking seen the trailer for this. It was like 2007 or 8 or something.
That's how many movies he makes a year. You don't even, there's movies that you miss. You're like, what? How does this...
Watch the trailer. It looks fucking weird. It's like weird...
Yeah. South End what?
Southland Tales.
Southland
Tales.
Right.
That just sounds like a very rare, a movie where a lot of racist shit happens.
Without an ending.
It's just The Rock just beating up white people the entire time. It's just like...
It's just The Rock beating up white people, him yelling, "I'm not black, I'm from Hawaii."
Give me $10.
Oh man!
What about you
guys? This has been so much fun. We should do it again, Massimo. If you have free time, sometime in the next couple of weeks, we'd love to have you back, man.
Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
Yeah,
Good to
man.
see
This
you.
is so much fun. Stay safe, everybody. We gotta, because we're like right at the time when we gotta cut it off so I can edit this properly.
Je comprends.
Massimo, what are your coordinates if people want to find you?
Oh yeah, just Massimo comedian across the board, all the social media platforms, Instagram, the things, the tick, the talk, the tube.
It's a Massimo comedian on
I'm
TikTok
starting an
too?
OnlyFans page tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just I got myself a case of hand lotion, and I'm hitting the OnlyFans, bro. Time to
Bro.
start shaking my dick to that camera. I gotta make that money, bro. No more
That's
live shows, bro. It's all at home. Webcams.
That's what you should do. OnlyFans and just tell jokes.
Yeah, yeah.
Surprise.
There's actually a girl. She's a very funny chick. I follow her on. She has like a lot of followers on TikTok, and then I started following Instagram. But I saw like on one of her TikToks telling people I have an OnlyFans page, and apparently she's just like she's funny, but she also does these little paintings of crabs. So she has a OnlyFans page, but it's just her doing paintings of crabs. And you don't even see her face. It's just you see her hands painting a crab. You know what I mean? It's fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, if you do that, I'll definitely log into that and looking forward to see your penis.
Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna be painting crabs, bro. It's gonna be fucking touching my cock. OnlyFans, OnlyFans.com/Massimo Comedian.
All right, everybody.
All right.
So stay safe. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for doing the podcast, Massimo. You're hilarious. You're honestly
Thanks for
one of
having
the
me on,
funniest
buddy.
people, man. All
All right.
right,
Take care, guys.
everybody.
All right, guys.
Bye.